Something to Be Proud Of was a #1 hit for Montgomery Gentry, and it was written by Jeffrey Steele, Julian Williams, and Chris Whalen. We were long overdue to get a Montgomery Gentry song on the site anyway, but I'm filming this right after Troy Gentry has tragically passed away, so this is also a tribute to his great contribution to country music. The song's in the key of C, and it's got 3 guitar parts that we're going to learn. We've got an acoustic part and 2 electric guitar parts, and it's really a great example of how 3 distinct and different parts can come together to create something really cool and really interesting. So we'll take a look at all 3 of those, and as a bonus, we'll do an easy acoustic alternate version that you could do over some of the parts where we're hybrid picking, for those of you that are looking to just strum something while you're singing along with the song. Son graduating college, that was mama's dream. But I was on my way to anywhere else when I turned 18. 'Cause when you got a fast car, and you think you got everything. But I learned real quick GTOs don't run on faith. I ended up broken down in some town north of LA, working maximum hours, minimum wage. Well, I fell in love, next thing I know. In this tutorial, we're going to go over the acoustic guitar part for Something to Be Proud Of. This is going to be the studio version, but if you're looking to just strum this first part where we're going to do some hybrid picking, that part, you can fast forward to the verse 2 tutorial, which is just going to be a couple minutes ahead, and we'll talk about how you can just strum this section instead. For those of you that want to learn the acoustic part, it's a really cool hybrid picking part here, and it's not terribly difficult, so let's go over it now. We're going to start by just learning this. All right, so to start, get your fingers on a standard C chord. That's 3rd fret of A, 2nd fret of D, open G, 1st fret of B, and open high E. Okay, we're not going to use all of those, but just get your fingers there because that's the finger position for this part. And then we're going to have the pick covering the bass note. Sometimes it's going to be on this 3rd fret of A, sometimes it will be the 3rd fret of D, but for now just worry about the 3rd fret of A. And then our middle finger will be on the G string, and our 3rd finger on our right hand will be covering that B string. And get your pinky finger on the 3rd, leave this C chord as it is, and then drop your pinky finger on the 3rd fret of B to start. So then what we're going to have to start is a pick and the B string at the same time, then the G string, then the A string, and then the just drop your pinky off, and then you got the 1st fret of B. So far we've got this. Now we're just going to go G string, B string, and back to G string. All right. Kind of slapping real lightly my palm of my right hand right on the strings, right in front of the saddle here. You could even just not do the palm mute and just lift up, which would sound more like this. Down, down, up, mute, down, down, up, mute, down, down, up, mute, down, down, up, mute, down, down, up. So it's really up to you. And the other thing to remember here is the last 2 down ups are really transitional. So we're going to be transitioning, so some strings are going to be muted, some are going to be ringing open, and that's okay. The most important thing with these transitions is that by the downbeat of that next measure, you're playing that chord the right way. So I'm going to count us in here. I'll go through one time doing downstrokes and upstrokes, and we'll just play through a chorus. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. Down, down, up, mute, down, down, up, mute, down, down, up, down, down, up, mute. down, up, mute, down, down. Verse. In this tutorial, we're going to be looking at the electric 1 part. This song has 2 electric guitar parts that we're going to study, and they are playing complementary things and harmonizing all throughout the song. The electric 1 part, I'll also call the high part. It's going to be higher on the register for almost the whole song when they're harmonizing and things like that and playing these different parts. And the electric 2 part will be the low part, lower on the register. All right, so we're just going to be reading down the tabs. Pull the tabs up at 6stringcountry.com. And we're just going to be going right in order that we experienced these in the song, the order that they're tabbed out. We'll get our fingers on everything. I'll talk through everything. Then at the end, we'll play through all of it with the metronome. So here's how it looks. The first intro part, we're just going to be up here on the 3rd fret of the B string. 1st fret, open. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 that just repeats the whole time, okay? So that's not too hard. Then we're going to get to the pre-chorus where we have the high parts of the chords. And we're going to be playing a slightly different rhythm when we get more rhythmic in the choruses and that kind of thing. But for this pre-chorus, we're just doing 1 strum per chord. And think of a G chord, we're just playing the top 4 strings. Open, open, 3rd fret of B, 3rd fret of high E. Then we're going to move to an F, but we're going to add... In this tutorial, we're going to go over the electric 2 part, or the low part, as these 2 parts interact and harmonize. Even since I was a kid, I've loved breaking parts like this down and kind of seeing how these work together to create what our ears are hearing as the song. So we've already learned the electric 1 part, and this is a very complementary, harmonized part to what's going on there, okay? So let's start with this introduction. This is actually played on, I believe, a banjo on the recording, but there's no sense in just having this guitar part sit here, so we learned the banjo part. Here's how it looks. 2, 3, 4. All right, we're going to hybrid pick this with our pick on the D and G string, and our middle finger on our right hand is going to be on this 8th fret of B. So the kind of main part we want to ring out, which works well because we're playing it with our pick, is... And we're adding in these clucks with our middle finger on our right hand after every pick. All right, so we got D string, B string, G string, B string, 3, go. You think you got everything.